Hello. Oh, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, I guess we can start now. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So this is my first ever stream that I'll be coding about live chat, live chat app, which is a more web based. Which is today I'll be streaming for the front end. So it will be HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. No back end for today because back end we need um, more times to develop. As for front end, we can see how will be the outcome. So okay, let's start. First of all, we need a text editor, which is my preference is Visual Studio Code, VS Code. Okay, and then that's pretty much it. VS Code has everything for us to develop. Now let's first create a folder for our project. Okay, let's create chat app, and let's open with VS Code. Right, so this is one of the example that I've come up with, but this web app I developed last year, but we will not follow 100%. Like this one, we will develop based on whatever I think right now. Okay, now let's move to the VS Code. All right, so the first thing that we need is HTML, right? So first, let's create index.html. Okay, let's create some boilerplate using mmet here. Okay, let's change the title to chat app. Okay, now let's use live server to run it. Open with live server. All right, now it has nothing, at least for now, but we have this chat app. Now let's first, as we can see here, the important part is at the bottom, which is we need a text box here, which we will create a div at the bottom in the body here. Now let's add some CSS at the top. Here we'll be putting link and CSS, and we'll name it as style.css. And then we need to put the ID of this, which is div chat input, and we'll put some background color, which we will put it red because it is easier for us to see. Now if we save, we're supposed to see it with div chat input, div chat input red. Okay, maybe we need to add some width here, 100%, and some height, maybe 10 pixel. Okay, now we can see here at the top. Okay, but before that we want to remove these empty spaces at the top of the CSS file. Let's add body and margin 0 auto. The reason why we put 0 auto is because the first one, 0 is for the horizontal margin at the right and left, and auto is and bottom. We want it to be auto because we want it to be scrollable. All right, now let's put this div because we want to simulate this one at the bottom. Let's put this div at the bottom, and the way we do it is using position, which is fixed, and bottom 0. All right, now let's add some height here, maybe 50 pixel. Okay, that's good. Now let's add some border. We don't want it to be red, we will remove it. Let's add some border, and we will use dash and 1 pixel, maybe black in color. Now it will look like this. Okay, look like this, but we only want the border to be at the top, not from the right, left, and bottom. So we will change this from border to border top. Save. So this will be our chat box div. Now let's add some input and button, send button here in the HTML. Of course, we will add some div with ID input chat, maybe input chat, yeah, input chat. Not really div, actually it is input and tags. Okay, we will remove the name, we don't need it. We will change the ID to input chat. Okay, now because we want this to be at the bottom, we will remove this to be inside this div. Now it is inside that div at the bottom. Maybe we can increase the size to 50. Okay, now let's add button here, and let's name it as submit. Submit. Okay, now let's center it, center the input and also the button. How to center it? We will be using flexbox, or we will be using flex, which we will add here as display, I guess. Display, yes, display, but not inline. It will be flex. Okay, now it will look a little bit weird like this. Now we will add a line. Okay, line items to be center. Okay, now the next one, we will add justify content to be center. Now both the input and also the button is at the center of the div. Okay, now let's add some placeholder maybe in the input. Let's say type message here. Okay, now the thing is it's actually really small because right now I'm zooming in, but um, the original size is really small. Let's make it bigger. Okay, as for the input, what is the ID? Input chat. Okay, input chat. Let's make the width like maybe 100 pixel. No, it's too small. Maybe 200 pixel. Maybe 400 pixel. Yeah. And the height will be 40 pixel maybe. Yeah, maybe 40 pixel. But now let's change the border radius because the border is too square. Border radius, let's change to 5 pixel. Okay, then let's remove any outline to be none. Okay, and yeah, maybe we need to change the border itself. Border, let's make it as solid and 1 pixel and black. All right, that's good. But let's make the text a little bit bigger by adding font size to be large. Yeah, nice one. Now Mama Aiman, sup gun. Okay, now let's continue with how we can resize the submit button. I think in the stream is a little bit small. Let's resize the submit button. The button we will add the ID like maybe submit button submit maybe submit, and we will style the button button submit to make it a little bit prettier. So the background color will be maybe white. Yeah, and then the height, the width will be maybe 40 pixel. No, be 70 pixel, maybe 80 pixel. Okay, and then the height we will make it 30 pixel. No, the height will follow this one, which is 40 pixel, and we will change the background color when we hover on the button. We need to first let's finish the original button first. The border radius we will change to 5 pixel. Okay, and the border itself we will change to dash 1 pixel maybe, and black. Yeah, okay, now let's add a little bit gap between the button and the chat box by using margin left. Let's say 10 pixel. Okay, now whenever we hover to the submit button, we want it to change to some maybe some beautiful color. We need to follow this one, but we will change a little bit. We will add the hover here, and the background color will change to turquoise. Okay, now we can see the effect. Okay, okay. Oh, adalah script. Okay, so usually button we will change the cursor to be pointer, not like this one, and the cursor will change to be pointer. Okay, we will change the pointer, and I think this is quite good, at least for now. Okay, now let's look into this web app. Let's add some title at the top. We will change the HTML first. At the body, we will put some div. The ID of the div will be title. No, div title. And we will add maybe h1 tag to chat app. Okay, maybe too big. Maybe h3. Okay, maybe we can change the font to font. How to change font? Or at the style. The style at the top, at the body tag, change to font family. To usually I use this. Okay, and then we will change the div of this one. We will change it div title. Div title. Div title. Background color maybe red. Okay. Now let's center it. We just need to put text align to center because we are centering text, and maybe border bottom to be dash 1 pixel and black. Okay, now remove the background color. Maybe this one chat app you can change to not h3 because it take a lot of space. Maybe change it to span. Okay, we change it to span, and we need to style it on HTML. Font size, let's say XX large, not too large, maybe X large. And font weight, bold. Okay, now we have the title. Now let's see what else we need. Maybe this one. Okay, let's create this one first. Okay, so first of course we need to start with div again. So div, let's give it class, not ID but class, because in reality it's supposed to be dynamic, but right now we are hard coding everything. So let's put div with name my chat. Div my chat. All right, so let's add style. Let's background color red, width 10 pixel, height 10 pixel, so it's very small. Maybe with 10. Okay, so first we need to think how we will be creating this border. First we need to put div inside div. First div my chat, and then inside this we need to add some div. Maybe div chat. Okay. The first div is to take the whole space. The second div is to style the box. First div my chat. Okay, and then we have div div chat. Okay, div chat. Now let's create maybe go for 40 pixel, and then div chat we will follow the parent size. Let's say we have width of 40 50 pixel, height of 100%, and border of solid 1 pixel black. Okay, now let's remove the red one. Now let's expand the size, maybe div chat. Width we will be, let's say, 50%, and the height is 20 pixel. So now, because we want to try to recreate this one at the right side, so we will put the div on the right side. So how can we do that is by changing the display to flex and align justify constant to the flex end. It is on the right, but we need a little bit of gap. Maybe margin temperature is not working, but let's change the border first. Okay, now let's add some name here. Name, message, and also time. Right, now message and time. Okay, we have name, message, time. We are using div here. Okay, let's change to div. Name, message, and also time. name my name message hello. Time is 11:28 p.m. Okay, now we have all three of them. We need to style it. Let's style the name first. My name. Okay. The name, the class is name, and we have name, message, and time class. So we will create for name first. Let's on wait vote. Okay. On wait vote. Color to be turquoise. Then copy this message color black, and also time color will be put the text on the right. How can we do that? Text align and yeah. Okay, but now we have margin here. How can we add some gap? And in the height 100%, width 100%, height 100%, width pixel 100% to flex. And okay, maybe we can change okay. Okay, let's just continue this. And now we need to add some padding here inside the div chat. Okay, we add some padding 5 pixel. Okay, we need to add a margin here, margin 10 pixel, not here. Yeah. Okay, now we have this. Okay, now it's actually almost finished. Maybe we can change the background to a little bit smoky color. White smoke. Now let's change the div chat to background color white. Okay, maybe we can change this submit button. Maybe we can increase the height of the div. That's 1 to 0. 1 to 0, then input height 60 pixel, 60 pixel, 100 pixel. The font size larger. Okay, this one diff maybe we can increase the font size because it's too small. Let's increase the name, everything inside this div chat. But this one not my div, my chat. Maybe other, oh no, div other chat. Okay. Not okay. The reason the height is 100%. Now we can replicate the left one by using other name Lauren. Okay, this looks good. Maybe let's say we want to add another div dynamically. We need JavaScript, which will create new file, and then we need to import it first at the bottom. First, we need to declare a function for this input. When we submit it, it will add here. Okay, so let's create function add message. So this function will first read the message here in the text box, and then we will click submit. Okay, first the function on the input, the name of the input is input chat. Let message input chat equal to document.query selector input chat. Okay, and then we'll get the text from there. Okay, and how can we get the data